Good afternoon, grade 9. How are you doing today? Hope you are fine. This is our last session in grade 9, and now you're going to be grade 10. Wish you the best of luck and success in your life. Now we're going to continue our pre-SAT practice. I have here in number 4, a rectangle has parameter P, length L, and width W. Which of the following represents L in terms of P and W? It seems to be a very hard question. What is represents L in terms of P and W? What is this? It's so simple and so easy. What is the parameter of any rectangle? What is the parameter of any rectangle? The formula of the parameter of any rectangle. The parameter of any rectangle, let me write it here. P is equal to 2L plus 2W. 2L plus 2W. I want to represent L in terms of P and W. I want to get a value of L in terms of P and W. So I want to get L. What is the value of L? So, which means I want to isolate L in one side and all the other variables and numbers in another side. So I will write L. First of all, I will subtract 2W from both sides. So it will be P minus 2W is equal to 2L. Then divide both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2. So P minus 2W all over 2 is equal to L. So where can I find this one? L is equal to P minus 2W over 2. So this is my correct answer, which is C. Okay, let's move to the next one. Number 5, which ordered pair X and Y satisfies the system of equations shown below? I have a system of equations here. 2x minus y equals 6. X plus 2y is equal to negative 2. Okay. I have here a system of equations. I have negative 6 and 2, negative 2 and 2, 2 and negative 2, 4 and 2. Okay, so I have to try each ordered pair in the two equations and see which one will give me the correct answer. So negative 6. Okay. And y is 2. So 2 multiplied by negative 6 is negative 12. Negative 12 minus 2 is negative 14, so it doesn't satisfy the first one. So I will not continue, of course, the rest because it didn't satisfy the first one. So this one is wrong. Okay. B. Negative 2 and 2. So negative 2 for x and y is 2. Okay. 2 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 and negative 2 is negative 6. So it doesn't satisfy also. So B is wrong. Let me see C. 2 multiplied by x. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. And let me put here negative 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 negative 2, 4 plus 2 is 6. So the first one is correct. So I will put here also 2 and I will put here negative 2. Okay, here I will say 2, and negative 2 multiplied by 2 is negative 4, so 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So C is correct. And I want to remind you again, please submit your answer in the correct question number. Okay, let's move to the next one. Question number 7. A car traveled an average speed of 80 miles per hour for 3 hours and consumed fuel at a rate of 34 miles per gallon. Approximately how many gallons of fuel did the car use for the entire 3-hour trip? Again, I'm going to read the question. A car traveled at an average speed of 80 miles per hour for 3 hours. So 80 miles per hour for 3 hours. And consumed fuel at a rate of 34 miles per gallon. Approximately how many gallons of fuel did the car use for the entire 3-hour trip? Okay, since the car traveled an average speed of 80 miles per hour, the distance the car traveled during 3 hours is 80 multiplied by 3. Let me write it here. So since the speed is 80 and it traveled 3 hours, so the distance the car traveled during 3 hours is 80 multiplied by 3. So it is 240 miles. Okay, the car consumed fuel, okay, at a rate of 34 miles per gallon. So the car used 240 over 34 gallons of fuel. So I'm going to divide 240 over 34. So it's gonna be, if I divide 240 by 34, it's gonna be 7. So the correct answer will be D. Okay, next. Question number 8. What is the slope of the line in the xy plane that passes through the points negative 5 over 8, 1, and negative half 4? What is the slope? Okay, as we know that the slope of the line through any points is the change in y over the change in x, which is rise over run. The slope is the change of y over the change of x, rise over run, which is expressed on this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let me write it here. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 here is 4 minus 1. Okay, and x2 is negative half minus 5 over 2. When I'm going to calculate it and simplify it, it will give me 3 over 2, which is D. And I want to remind you, don't forget to submit the correct letter in the correct question number. Number 10, high school basketball team won exactly 65% of the games it played during last season. Which of the following could be the total number of games the team played last season? Again, a high school basketball team won exactly 65% of the games it played during last season. Which of the following could be the total number of games the team played last season? I don't know any number except 65%. 65%, if I want to change it to fraction, it could be written as 65 over 100. If I want to simplify it, if I will divide by 5 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator, it will give me 13 over 20. So 65% is equivalent to 13 over 20. So the total number of games the team played last season can be only as 20. So as we know that the fraction is a part of the whole, so 13 is the number that the team won and 20 is the whole, is the total number of the games that it played. So it's gonna be 20. The total number will be 20. Next. Question number 9. I have here dimensions of envelopes, height in inches and width in inches. The scatter plot above shows the width and heights of 12 types of rectangular envelopes. What is the width in inches of the envelope represented by the data point that is the farthest from the line of best fit? Farthest from the line of best fit, farthest. So, as we see here that the farthest point here is at 7 and 4. So the data point that is farthest from the line of best fit located at 7 and 4, which means that this point represents a type of envelope that is 7 inches wide and 4 inches high. So since it is 7 inches wide, so letter C will be the correct answer. Thank you, girls, so much for listening and for attending. Wish you the best of luck and success. And see you in a better and the best position ever. And goodbye.